It's 9:28. Welcome back to a breakfast with Bryan. Bill's gone as he is every morning at 9 o'clock. I'm Bryan Angus, and I'm delighted to be with you. Thanks so much wherever you're watching me for. The phone lines are open here now for you to call in, 1-888-999-5880. And, I want to, let me pose this question to you if I can. If Tiger Woods is not playing in a tournament, are you interested in watching it? If Tiger Woods is not playing in a tournament, are you interested in watching it? Let's put it to you that way. I mean, do you bother watching? Do you only watch if Tiger's playing? And therein lies the nub of my little rant in this segment this morning. And I think it's very, very dangerous for the game of golf. And damn it, we should have learned our lesson when Tiger fell from grace, when it became clear that he'd been cheating on his wife and having extramarital affairs with all kinds of women. And that's all been well documented. And the fact that he's got over it and got on with his life and whatnot has also been well documented. But that's not the point. You see, and it was illustrated again this weekend. And Tiger was playing at the Memorial Tournament, which is Jack's tournament, which he's won 5 times. There's certain courses that Tiger just plays very, very well on. Torrey Pines is one of them. Bay Hill course that he's won, I think, 6 times. Down at Arnie Palmer's tournament's another one. This is one. He plays so well at Akron. He's won, I think, 5 World Golf Championships on that number 2 Pinehurst course, number 2 in Akron, Ohio. There's certain courses that he just owns, and this is one of them. He opened up the tournament with a 1 under 71, but then he went out there and he shot 79 on his third round. It included a 44 on the back 9, which is, not to confuse matters, actually his front 9. But this is a difficult course. There were very swirling winds this weekend, which was making it tough for the guys to pull the right number as far as the clubs were concerned. There was all kinds of the type of weather we've been having here in Toronto, and everyone in the Midwest, the northeastern part of the United States, eastern Canada, has been getting that big, warm, low front that's brought all the thunder and lightning and rain, and then it's sunny one minute and hot and humid. That weather's all blown through in this part of the world out east. But, I mean, that's weather's been dominating, and that was there at the Memorial, which is played in a place called Muirfield Village down in Dublin, Ohio. It's Jack Nicklaus's tournament, as you know. So here's the deal. Tiger's in contention, but he goes out on Saturday and he shoots 79. And we saw every stroke of it, as we do every time Tiger's out there. And he's now 16 or 17 shots behind the leader, a guy called Matt Kuchar, who's got tons and tons of personality himself, a guy who's won the FedEx, who's won the money list, and is an established Ryder Cup player, President's Cup player. He is one of the mainstream guys on the tour. He's just not another guy that you would never have heard of, like Kevin Chappell or Kyle Stanley or Scott Stallings or Russell Henley. Unless you're a real golf fan, you don't know who these guys are, although they're all regulars on the tour. But Tiger shoots 79, so here comes Sunday. And here's the dilemma. Only it's not a dilemma, and that's the problem. It's not a dilemma for the guys, the suits, the people in the business of covering golf. They moved the tee times back because more bad weather was out there. They split the tees. Usually they don't on Sunday. Usually they start at 1 and play through 18, so everyone has it the same, and they usually play in pairs. They decided to play in 3s, and they split the tees front and back. And because Tiger was so far down the field, he had to start off of the 10th tee, the very place where he had 44 shots the day before. Their coverage on the Golf Channel started at 11:30. He's 16 shots back. Randall Chambly, Tim Rosafort, come on. And what do? They do 25 minutes on Tiger. And why he shot 79. What's wrong with his swing? What's wrong with his putting? What does this mean? What effect does it have on the world? What about stock prices? Everything they could possibly think of to talk about Tiger Woods with the U.S. Open coming up in 2 weeks' time at Marion. They contemplated all of that. And then for the last 3 minutes of the show, they talked about the guys I just met who were actually in contention. Matt Kuchar, Kevin Chappell, Kyle Stanley, Scott Stallings. When the coverage started, they threw, after their half hour was up, they threw the coverage. The guys who were doing the play-by-play, including Sir Nick Faldo, started off by telling you how we were going to see a good part of Tiger's round this afternoon. We'll have every shot. He is 16 shots off the bloody lead. The story is Tiger Woods. It's not the golf tournament. It's not Jack's Muirfield Village. It's not the fact that he's redone the clubhouse. It's not that Jack's wonderful career and he's there and he set this course up beautifully in the field and the stroke average and what guys are doing, and here's some shots you got to see. And boy, what a wonderful, wonderful Sunday we've got in front of us. There's 12 players within 4 shots. Any of these guys could win. No! It's Tiger. We'll see everything he does. We watched him on the first tee. We watched every show. Came to the 12th. Took a triple bogey. Then we watched even more as he took a quadruple bogey. And then another bogey. And on and on and on it went. It doesn't matter how bad he is. It doesn't matter how much his game stinks. We have to show every shot. We have to follow it. Because what's happened is Tiger has taken over, and it's Tiger first and foremost, and it's golf is second. And that, my friend, is what's wrong, and I'll tell you why. Because you, if you're honest with me, would tell me that you won't bother watching unless golf has Tiger there. Tiger only plays in 15 regular tournaments a year. There are 45 on the PGA Tour. And there's another 47 in the European Tour. He's not in them, which means golf is suffering. Because once again, we're putting all our bloody eggs in one basket, the Tiger Woods basket. We should have learned when he was out of golf that golf has to go on and will go on. And we learned about all these young players, Rory McIlroy and Matteo Manassero and Ricky Fowler. We start to paint the picture and tell their story. But now we've fallen right back into the Tiger trap. And I'm telling you, it's great for ratings when he's playing, but the majority of the time he isn't, and the game of golf professionally is suffering because of it. That's wrong. And that's my rant on Tiger Woods, not him personally, but on the way that we cover the game of golf. It is wrong to put all our eggs in one basket with Tiger because he's simply not there 2/3 of the time, so no one pays any attention the rest of the time.